Okay, hey y'all, welcome in my Tutor Game Squad. If you new, welcome to the Tutor y'all. Happy holidays, y'all. But today live as always. It's about maturity doesn't always come with age. But yes, maturity. Why I say it like that? Maturity doesn't always come with age because, like, we can have somebody that's older than us, but their mindset is like a little kid mindset. Cause when you age, you're supposed to get wiser and wiser and wiser. Girl, hey Queen, welcome in. Happy Saturday, girl. I've been trying to push myself to stay consistent, but I've been doing it, y'all. I've been staying consistent. But maturity doesn't always come with age because like people mindset just be so immature. People mindset just be so kid like they have like a child mindset. And like when you young, like you so innocent, you so pure, you so naive or whatever, you may be all of these things, but as you get older, your maturity level is supposed to go up. It don't supposed to go down. But thanks Queen. Thanks, Queen girl. But yes, I just been chilling, girl. But yeah, like, at first I was blind. Like I was blind about a lot of stuff. But then as I realized, I'm like, hold on, like this is not what it's supposed to be. This is not getting what it's supposed to give. I'm like, bro, like I'm really settling for less than what I deserve. And like, okay, when you do something, like you're supposed to do your best or whatever, and when life has the ups and downs. Like you don't supposed to focus on the down. Like you supposed to do what all you can to keep having a clear mindset to know like what you go through, it doesn't dictate your life. Like, we all have ups and downs and like pain in our life, but that don't mean we should just stay there and just be like all miserable and depressed and stuff like that. Cause one thing about it, no matter what we do, life still gonna go on. So you might as well just do the best you can and keep putting one feet in front of the other and keep just learning from your life. Like, cause life can teach you lessons, but it's up to us to learn from it. Sometimes like you can be in a place where you feel like it ain't no changing it, but if you're a real believer in God, like God will move you places where you didn't expect to go. It's all about your mindset. And one thing about it, some people can see the glow in you. Like this person have a glow to them that they don't even see. You got to know at the end of the day that you cannot run from your true self. Like, sometimes like you be lost and then you end up getting back on that path because it's divine timing. Like you can be struggling with something, but you eventually just find your way back on your feet. Like you just got knocked down, but now you're back on your feet. Like life be life and so hard, but it just seems like you always fall back on top because like God got his favorite one. He got his chosen ones because these people right here, no matter what, they just keep going. They just keep pushing. The devil will try to work, but hey, God is working harder. Like it be like that. The devil be real busy, but God is busier. Like you gotta know at the end of the day, when you going through depression, when you going through problems and when you going through struggling with stuff, like you still gotta remember that God is working. Like when he is silent, that's when you know he's showing up working. You gotta actually know that what you're going through don't got nothing planned for what God has in plan for you. But y'all, like it's just the fact that when you going through something, please have faith. Please trust in yourself. Please know that better things are always coming. But first, you got to do the best you can. Cause like being sad and like being in a place you don't need to be, it just give off energy that you doesn't need to give off. Cause like people can actually feel that, but some people ignore it. but it's there. Like no matter how much you try to hide it. Like when you going through something, you can try to hide it with a fake smile. You can try to hide it with fake laugh and just try to do something that you don't need to do. Like one thing about it, it all starts with yourself. It all starts with yourself. Like when you actually going through something and you try to ignore it and you don't try to actually acknowledge it, that's what actually prevents you from getting the healing that you need when you'd have been hurt, but you really not trying to acknowledge it. You just trying to sweep it under the rug. No, you can't sweep this under the rug. You gotta actually face this problem. Like when I was actually going through my breakup or whatever, I was thinking like, okay, what led me to be the person that I am today, and what led me to actually settle for that. But the whole time I was running from my problems. Like it's just the fact that every time somebody was speaking on me, the first thing they said was, "Oh, she ran off with some boy or whatever." They really thought I ran off because I was so deep in love with this person. It wasn't that like that. People be on the outside looking in. Like I'm not saying I never did love this person because I still do, but it's just the fact that things wasn't the way they thought it was. Like you don't know what goes on with people behind closed door, even though it's not nobody business anyways. But it's just the fact that that person helped me find myself because like I was really settling for less than what I deserved. Like I was so emotional. I was just so lost, y'all. Like I was dealing with stuff, but I wasn't dealing with them the right way. I was going through stuff, but I wasn't going through it the right way. Like I led my childhood trauma into my teenagehood, my adulthood, and I wasn't technically the right way. And like when you don't actually go through stuff the right way, then you end up settling for less and less than what you deserve. And you really think, okay, this is okay. But when it's not okay, like, cause it all starts with yourself first. That's what people don't realize. Like, when you don't got your life right, when you don't, when you're not mentally stable, emotionally stable, and spiritually, especially spiritually stable, like when you're not none of them things, like how can you help somebody when you can't even help yourself? How can you love somebody when you don't even love yourself? But it just so much, y'all. Hey Miss hey Mr. Riz, welcome in, young Riz. I'm blessed, young Riz. Thank you so much for asking. You went to the doctor today. Oh, you got bronchitis. I had that when I was young, but I grew out of it. You can grow out of it. I hope you all right. You all right. I claim in the name of Jesus that you're all right. You're gonna be all right, young Riz. Hello to everyone watching my good 92 live. 17 watching. Go hit that. Queen, hello, good. What you doing? How you doing, Queen? Happy holidays, everybody. Hey, biggest support group. Hey, welcome in. Well, yeah, y'all. Like, no matter what, and it's y'all. Don't y'all know like when you actually that person that you need to be, like, and people see that in you. And like I was talking to this dude or whatever that I met way back then, and he was like, you happier now, you're like, you so much happier. I'm like, people notice that about you because like even back then, even though I was going through stuff or whatever, but like I never stopped smiling and laughing. But some people can see through that. Like you can be laughing and smiling, but when somebody really know people who going through something, you can be laughing and smiling. They can still can tell like, hey, like this person is actually going through something. Like, and like you can't and like it's just the fact that sometimes like it don't even look like you hiding it. Some people can just tell. Like it just a certain vibe or energy. Like if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Like, 'cause some people be like, I see the glow in you. Like, ever since I was young, like people always told me that, but I don't remember. But now people tell me that a lot. Like, um, people be like, you got nice eyes. I'm like, okay, like, because one time I was like, why you always speak when you see me? And that person was like, it's your eyes. Like, haven't nobody, it's like the person told me this about 2 or 3 times. Like, I was like, this person had told me this already, but I don't say nothing because I guess I don't know. Like, like when you get out there, like, you wouldn't think that, it's just a lie. Like, when you really see yourself for who you are and when you really get in tune with yourself, when you focus on you and just focus on you, like get balance everything out. When you balance everything out that you need to balance out, like stuff begin to change for you. And you know, like the universe just tune in with you. Like if you don't even know what that mean you really gotta get in tune with your higher self, because the universe mean like things that are around you, like things just it don't even seem like coincidence. It just be signal I can't say that word for nothing, but it's signalization. It's something like that when like you incentive with everything, like everything have a meaning to you. Like when stuff just happening, but it don't seem like a coincidence. It just seem like it's meant to happen. Cause like at first, y'all, like like way back then, like I used to pray for a lot of stuff, but it wasn't bad thing. It was just I just wanted to be seen. And now I'm like, bro, like why is they staring at me? Like why are they looking at me? Like, bro, I swear when I go to work, it's like I'm a fucking superstar. People just be watching me. I'm like, what the fuck is they looking at? And you know, like not just because oh this and that, it's just because like I'm a good person. And some people don't know how to do that. You know, like being a good person is not hard. Like no matter what you're going through, you can get through it, but it's up to you to just hey not get through it and just be a bitter and miserable person. Like don't nobody want to be around people like that. So when you see people that's not actually letting their life dictate their emotions and feelings, then don't feel jealous of that person because this person is getting through what they need to get through. You can do the same thing. So what are you jealous of? It always be like them. Like, hey, if it's always something ain't it y'all. And but I don't let that get to me. I still keep pushing. I still keep shining my light. Like it's just the fact that when you a good person, when you got a good heart, when your spirit is high, like when you got all these things going on, when you done had a lot of stuff that happened in your life and you don't let it break you down, you just make it you just let it make you stronger because what don't unalive you can only make you stronger. But that's only if you let it. Like you got to keep going. You know, life will never be perfect. Life wasn't even perfect for Jesus, but he still kept going. He still kept being obedient child of God. Like that's one thing about life. It's not gonna be perfect. It never will. But long as you're doing the best you can, long as you being mentally stable, physically stable, everything that you need to be balanced out, you have it balanced out. Cause your emotions and feelings can get oh y'all breathe, breathe, girl, breathe. But yes, your emotions and feelings can get the best of you. But it's up to you to let it. Like that's one thing about it. Don't nobody got the remote control to your life but you. Don't nobody got the remote control to your life but you. Like when you know when you going through stuff, like some people will actually take that and just walk all over you with it because like you're being vulnerable. Like this person know more about you, but that's the thing though. Some people think they know you, but God knows you best. God knows you best. Like some people be thinking they getting over on people, but the whole time God is planning something bigger and better. Like what you're going through when you let God come into your he already there, but he not gonna force nothing upon you. Like if you going through something and you just want to stay up in it, you not trying to get better, like you got to do better. Like ain't nobody got time to be moving backwards. Like you gotta move forward. Like you got to do the best you can in allowing God to use you. Like when you allow God to use you, oh baby, when he working, can't nobody come and take what God got for you. Like that's one thing about it. When somebody's meant for you, can't nobody take that. That's one thing about God. Like when he give you something, oh, it ain't going nowhere. When he makes something happen, oh, it's gonna be bigger than what you thought was gonna have. You was gonna have planned. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like when I first was going through um like what I was going through, like I'm thinking like and it's just the fact that you know how some people be like, oh, like when I was going through this, like I never thought I'd get out of it. I didn't even think that I wouldn't get out of it. I was just so lost. I was just so sad. I was just so hurt. I was crying to God. Like I was in, and that led me to my spiritual awakening. Cause at first, like I was so lost, like I can't live without this person. But the whole time, like God was leading me closer and closer to Him. Like you don't need nobody but me. Like hey, and it's in the Bible. Like when God was saying, if your parents not in your life, like He there for you. But in reality, God is always there. We just sometimes forget to acknowledge that. Like we didn't come in this world alone. God brought us here, but it's a lot of buts. Yeah, y'all. Like life be life, man. But you still gotta keep going. You still gotta know that you can mature faster when you take things for what it is, when you accept things, when you grow from things, when you don't hold grudges, when you don't have regrets, when you don't have worries, when you don't complain. You gotta keep going. But the thing of it is, it sometimes it be hard when you trying to let something come in the way of what you got going on. Cause if somebody not motivating you, inspiring you, and lifting you up, then while they're in your way, they're just something that need to be removed. And hey, God have His way of doing it, but you gotta trust in Him. You gotta have faith in Him. Cause at the end of the day, like what do our faith look like when things go wrong? Like what do we do? What do we do to make things better? That's what it's all about. When you fall down, it's not about how you gonna try to look at this ground. It's about how you gonna get up off of this ground. Like, come on, y'all. Like, when life has its ups and downs, are you gonna focus on the downs, or are you gonna look at the ups and know that you're not your past, you're not your pain? When somebody hurts you, it's not the end of the world. Like, why does it feel like that though? Like it feels like, oh, I can't come up out of this. Oh, I can't get through this. But that's just be a mind thing. That's not a fact. Cause like when you going through something, it's still up to you to get through it. But you still gotta keep going. Too, I could have been gone any day, but God has a plan for me. Yes, that's right, young Reed. Just keep having faith and trusting in God. But through it all, like we wouldn't be here if it was for him. So he really got a plan for us all, but he already know our beginning and our end. So he knows who's gonna actually be an obedient child of God, who's gonna actually do his work through us, like to glorify him. Cause like he said, let his work be done through us, and it glorify him, because we are showing people that it's still good people out there. Some people just become bitter and an angry person, and it's such a mad person when they just let life just bring them down instead of making them stronger, because we can learn from everything, we can grow from everything, but it's up to us to let it, and not let us hold grudges, not let us hold something that we don't need to hold. Like it's best to let things go than to try to control everything. Like if something don't work out, don't try to make it seem like, hey, it's the end of the world that this didn't work out. Like I did my all. Sometimes something be for a reason or a season. Like everything is not meant to be. Like I don't know why some people don't get there, but that's what emotions and feelings come in contact with. Like when you come in contact with your emotions and feelings, and you don't actually handle them the right way, you can actually believe something that's not true. You can actually feel something that you don't need to feel. You can actually be something you don't need to be when you doing things off emotions and feelings. Hey, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Y'all make sure y'all like the live, subscribe, and join to the game squad if y'all haven't subscribed already. Yeah. But y'all, how do y'all feel about maturity? Um, maturity is supposed to increase as we age or whatever, but some people have mental problems. Some people have problems where they can't actually learn like a normal person learn, and that's understandable. But if you don't got no mental issues, if you ain't got no disabilities or whatever that's stopping you from learning, then you got no excuses or whatever. But having disability problems is not an excuse. That's a health issue. That's actually something that's involving your health, and um that's actually explainable. But when you don't got no health issues, when you ain't got nothing that's stopping you from learning the way you should, then it's not nothing that's stopping you. Cause like one thing about it, some people they don't wanna have maturity. They want to stay immature. They want to stay behaving like a child in the adult. They want to stay acting like they shoe size instead of acting like they real age. It be like that. some people they don't wise up. They just I won't say they get dumber. I won't say they get dumber or dumber, whatever you want to call it. I won't say that. I just want to say that they don't let life teach them a lesson. They just keep going through life backwards instead of forward. But one thing about it, life will always be what you make it. If you're going through pain, are you going to work on healing? When you're going through a breakup, are you going to work on learning from that breakup? When you're going through a divorce, are you going to learn from that divorce? When you're going through anything you're going through, what are you going to learn from it? That's what it's all about. It's all about learning. Like school can teach us a lesson. Like when we're in that classroom and when that teacher give us that work, it's up to us to do that work. Like that teacher's not finna write our name for us. That teacher is not finna work out our problem for us. It's all up to us. Some people be like, "Oh, I don't even know why school is necessary because it doesn't help nothing." But it really is necessary because it all starts with you. And it starts at kindergarten. Like when our mom take us to that classroom and leave us there, it's up to us to learn. It's up to us to listen to this teacher. It's up to us to raise our hand and tell this teacher when we got to go to the bathroom. Like it all starts with you. No matter where you go, it all starts with you. Them teachers don't do nothing all for us. Like they can help us, but first we gotta help ourselves. It all starts with us at the end of the day. Cause like, okay, we gotta go to the bathroom as a little kindergartner. How would our teacher know if we don't raise our hand and say, "Hey, Mrs." or "Hey, Mister, I gotta go to the." Yeah, like how would they know if we don't tell them? Like that's one thing about it. You gotta be willingly want help. Like can't nobody help you. They don't know what you need help with. And like that's why communication is the key. I learned that from my last relationship or whatever. Like the communication wasn't there. And it's just the fact that I didn't even know how to do no communicating. So how can I do something that I didn't know about? Like I was just settling and settling. But the thing of it is like if all the thing is not there that need to be there and it's not even being worked on or nothing, then how can you learn from it? You don't supposed to settle for less than what you deserve. But just the fact that some people they don't look at life for what it is. They always try to do this thing that way and do this thing that way. But one thing about it, life don't revolve around you. The world don't spin around you. So just do the best you can and all that unnecessary stuff. Then why are you doing it? And it just sad that some people not making sense with it. Like okay, if you don't want any more hurt in your life, then why are you not focused on healing? Why are you not focused on it's actually experiencing why you keep going through the same thing and you keep expecting to change when your mindset haven't even changed, when you're not even trying to heal, you just keep bringing up something that you didn't went through, but you're not healing from what you went through. You're not sitting here getting on your knees and praying to God. You're not sitting here asking Jesus to forgive you for your sins. You're not doing none of these things. You're just trying to do things your way. It doesn't work like that because, like, one thing about it, we gotta accept things that we need to accept. We gotta let go things that we need to let go. We gotta love some people from a distance because God said we're supposed to love everybody or whatever. But because, like, some people they'll say, "Hey, Biggies, welcome in, welcome in. I'm seeing you. Welcome in. How you doing? How's everybody doing on this beautiful day, y'all? Are y'all ready for Christmas?" But I'm on here talking about maturity, so whatever. If anybody wanna speak about it, then y'all could. But I'm speaking about maturity. I'm just speaking about everything. It's better out than in. Like some people don't learn, some people don't grow, some people don't mature, some people maturity level just stay down and down. Like as we get older, our maturity is supposed to go up. Like how can you teach somebody else something that you ain't got? How can you be with somebody else and you're not even taking care of yourself? You're not taking care of your mental health. Like okay, some people, oh, okay, I done took me a bath. I didn't put on some new clothes, new shoes. Like you got on all this stuff, but you're not trying to fix yourself mentally. You're not trying to clean up your mentality. You're not trying to clean up your mindset. You're not trying to clean up your maturity. Your maturity level is dirty. It's increasing. I mean, it's decreasing, not increasing. But yeah, like it's all about you at the end of the day. Like what that person in the mirror is doing. Like, are you being a better version of yourself? That's what it's about. It's about no matter what, you're gonna keep being a better version of yourself. You're not gonna settle for less than what you deserve. Like, that's what it's all about because we can do bad all by ourselves. Why don't some people want to be alone when you're not even alone? Like, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit is within you. You're never alone. Like, some people just want physical contact, physical intimacy, physical, all this stuff. Like, we don't need them things. And that's why it's so many kids in this world who daddy not in their life, who mama not in their life like they need to be, because some people are not actually looking at life before it happened. Like, people want to do this and that, and they don't think of the outcome, like what they're gonna get out of this. Now they not even prepared. Like, how can you want something? How can you say you need something when you're not even prepared for it? Like, it's so many kids coming in this life unplanned. They don't even have their parents in their life because their parent wasn't probably wasn't even together when they was made. Their parents probably wasn't even close when it was made. And like, that's why I thank God that, hey, I didn't get pregnant, or I didn't get uh no children or whatever, because I would have been a single mom. I would have been just taking care of my child by myself, or maybe I would have had help, or maybe I wouldn't. Like, just the fact that it shouldn't be like that. Like, we don't even supposed to have sex before marriage. Like, we supposed to wait to marriage, but it's not like that nowadays. Some people want to just do what they want to do, and it makes sense though. Cause like, why are you having all these kids and you're not married? Why are you having all these kids when you're not even with this person? Like, it makes sense. Like, we shouldn't let our hormones dictate us. Cause yes, females, males, women's and men's, we all got hormones, but that don't mean we should act upon them. That don't mean we should just go lay down with everything because our hormones is up. No, it don't work like that. You gotta actually keep going. Hold on, y'all, I'll be right back. Wow, y'all still stuck with me. I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry. I was busy trying to call Queen. Queen, are you still up in here? But yeah, uh I just been hold on, I'm so off topic, y'all. I don't even know what I left off at. Who's still watching? Do y'all know what I left off at? Let me see. Oh yeah, I was talking about society nowadays. Like, it's so many kids coming in this world, but that's a blessing or whatever. When kids come in this world, there's a blessing to have another life in this world being born. But it's about how this person came into this world, though. Sometimes things happen unexpectedly, but that's the thing. Like, nothing is kind of planned nowadays. Sometimes things don't go as planned, but at least like make it make sense. Like, okay, be financially stable, be mentally stable, be emotionally stable. Cause like, when you're not dealing with this stuff the right way, it end up affecting things or whatever, and this stuff don't go the right way like that. It just be all over the place. Hold on, y'all. I gotta take me a breath. Where my water at? I'm thirsty, y'all. I've been on here almost an hour, half of an hour. I was gonna give me some snacks and stuff. I ain't even get me none. I had just got me some piece. I'm off topic. My lips been so freaking dry. Yes. Yeah, my throat dry as hell. My my throat is so freaking dry. But yeah, y'all, like let life teach you lesson. Let life teach you lessons. Let life teach you lessons or whatever, and just keep moving forward no matter what. Cause at the end of the day, life still gonna go on. Whether you're mentally stable, whether you financially stable, whether you spiritually stable, whether you all of these stable that you need to be, whether you have self control, whether you have self love, whether you have self confidence, whether you have self esteem, whether you have all of these things, life still gonna go on. So why not work on yourself? It all starts with yourself. Like, okay, when you get in a relationship and you in a relationship and you end up giving to somebody else, and that person don't see that no matter who you get with, like if you're not dealing with things that you need to deal with the right way, then how is giving somebody else gonna change that? Like you gotta actually see life for what it is and not for what you want it to be. Like it don't go like that. How can you actually be going through something bad and you sitting here not even dealing with it the right way? You gotta actually sit down and look at your problems and solve them. How can you solve a problem by not facing that problem? See, the math don't be mathing when you trying to make something work out and the numbers not adding up. The numbers not actually calculating right. It don't work like that, and that's how life is. If you're not actually doing what you need to do, then how are expecting things to get better? It don't work like that. Like when you in life, like you gotta be in this right. You gotta be in here the right way. You can't be sitting here acting like you dumb, you acting like you ain't got no sense. Like it don't work like that. You ain't a child. Like you gotta actually think about stuff before you do it and say it. And then when it's all done, you won't have no regrets. You won't have, oh, I should never did that. I should have said that. No. When you sit there and think about something before you do it or say it, you ain't got no words because you already know, okay, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not gonna be this. I'm not gonna do that. Like, hey, think about stuff before you do it and say it. And then, like, because sometimes people just be going through the real blindfolded. They do anything, they say anything. No, it shouldn't be like that. But some people be really going through something. But that's the thing, like they say, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all. The same thing with actions. Don't do something you don't need to do. Like acknowledge your emotions and feelings. Some people don't do that. They think just because they didn't got hurt that they gotta hurt somebody else. They gotta make somebody else feel worse than what they feel right now. That don't work like that. You can't get even with somebody that hurt you. Like, what's that gonna solve? What are they gonna do because you're doing something that that person did to you? Like, what's that gonna solve? The only thing about getting actually healed is to handle things the right way. You can't be trying to hurt somebody that hurt you. You can't try to be do the things somebody did to you to somebody else. Like it's not making sense. But yes, y'all, like life will always be what you make it. Like that just stuck with me. Life will always be what you make because no matter what, it's still up to you to control your life. You got the more control to your life. Can't nobody get it unless you give it to them. Can't nobody take it unless you let them take it. Can't nobody break it unless you let them break it. Like control things that you need to control. You have control over your life, nobody else. So what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna make it worth watching? Are you gonna fix the channel that's glitching? Y'all, that was so funny. But yeah, like what channels are you gonna keep watching? What channels are you gonna not get what it called? What it called? What channels are you gonna say you don't want no more? Oh no, wow, Jordan, I got a lot of sleep, y'all. But I am so cold, y'all. And it is not even cold, but I'm so cold. I done came down with a little cold, but I am already feeling better. I'm claiming in the name of Jesus. I am feeling better, but y'all, like, I'm just so thankful that God led me to start this YouTube channel because this was not my own doing. God said, start a YouTube channel. And that's what I did. And I got 3,000 or something subscribers, and I'm still being consistent. I'm still being me. I'm still being naturally to like one thing about me, most everything come naturally. Like YouTube didn't chose me. Man, I didn't chose YouTube. YouTube chose me. I see all of us say that so backwards. Okay, y'all, I'm back, but y'all, I done said a lot, but at first I was talking about maturity. Like this, what this lie is supposed to be about. Like maturity, it doesn't come with age because like you got people older and it's not acting like they age. They acting like they shoe side. I said that before, but maturity level it doesn't go up as people age like you think it should. Now back then though, like I don't think it was rarely a couple people that's actually okay. I'm not gonna mature. I'm not gonna do this and do that. But it's all about your mindset though at the end of the day. Cause like you can be grown, but you can still be acting like a little child. You can still just have some childish behavior. Like that childish, like what are you doing? You're not a child, you're an adult. Like why are you going through life like this? But you can't change people, but you can't actually cover your eyes so what you're seeing to cover your eyes of what you've been seeing a lot of time in people that you're close to or that you're around. Like, thank God, y'all. I am a generational curse breaker. Like, I am the first person that I know in my family that doesn't try to fit in. I won't say try to fit in, but I'll say like they just do stuff they don't need to do. They say stuff they don't need to say. They be a person that they don't need to be. And when I was younger, like I always felt like I was different, but I just didn't know what my purpose was at the time being. I didn't know like what should I do. Like it was just so much stuff that I had to learn. But it was so spiritually though, like, cause everything that I've been through, it was so spiritually, and like, cause God is always talking to me, like I'm talking about all the time, and like during the time when I had first met the person that I was with 9 years, like I heard something say never let him go, and I was confused because like I don't know this person or whatever, but and then like I just actually because I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel no evil. I didn't feel none of that. I just felt comfortable. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this person a chance. And I still didn't know myself. I still didn't like know how to deal with life. And that person didn't either. But that person was still leading me, even though they wasn't really dealing with their emotions and feelings or whatever. And I'm like, and I didn't even realize that at first, but it's just the fact that everything came through for me. Like I didn't see myself for what I really was at first. Like I didn't want to see it because like I was comfortable in a space that I didn't need to be comfortable in. And like when you let life teach you so much lessons, like you can learn from it. But if you trying to run away from your true self, when you trying to run away from what you've been through, how can you run away from something that's already happened? That is already gone, but you just still holding on to it. You just still trying to like handle it your way. You trying to be in control of something that you don't need to be in control of. But like God say, like let Him be in control of your life. Like, girl, did you see that post that I shared? I'm sorry, girl. I was so deep into it. Hold on, girl. I didn't. My
It's
bad, girl.
okay.
I was so deep into it. Hey, girl, Queen,
Hey. Can you hear me?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can't hear me?
Queen.
Yes. Oh my lord. Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Toot.
I think my thing is lagging because can you hear me? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Can you hear me? Hello?
You hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
Queen.
Hello? Can you hear
Queen.
me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on.
I can hear you, but I think my stuff is lagging or something.
So you can't hear me.
Queen.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me in the chat?
But can you hear me? Is I'm going
Yes,
slow or something?
I can hear you. No. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can hear you. Let me see. If y'all can hear me, drop down in the comments. Yes, yes, yes. Hello. Can y'all hear me in the comments?
So you can't hear me, but you.
I can hear you.
Yes, I can.
Why your phone keep going out like that?
Queen.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like it's keep going in and out.
Yeah, that's your phone keep going in and out. Every time you say to start talking, then it go out.
Where you at? You at your house?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm in the house. You might have to start it over.
Yeah. See. So before you came in, was it doing it?
No. Oh, my leg.
But I know it's gonna do the same thing. It's my area that I'm in because I'm in a wooded area.
Yeah, it wasn't doing it until I got on here, I guess. But I
You don't
can
think
hear you.
so?
Can you hear me? Like every time you say something, it goes back out.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Huh?
I heard you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I say, yeah, every time you go to say something, after you say whatever it is you say, it goes out.
I can hear you fine. It's just my end, I guess.
I can hear you clear too.
Huh?
I said I can hear you clear too. I said you might have to maybe possibly
Queen.
start the live. Yes. You might have to start the live over.